True Capitalist Radio. I'm the badass of business and the prognosticator of prognosticators. Give CIA levels of assessments predicting the future. The future. The future. It's time for True Capitalist Radio. Turn that shit up. It's time for True Capitalist Radio. Turn that shit up. Sparking synapses in the internet underground. Everyone knows who I am. The world is my chessboard and war is the tool of the game. Don't hate me, I'm just a messenger. Say what you want about me, but I speak the truth. The truth, the truth. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. It's time for True Capitalist Radio. Turn that shit up. It's time for True Capitalist Radio. Turn that shit up. Now get ready. True Capitalist Radio starts now. Right now. Fucking punks. Fucking punks. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fucking punks.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 741, episode number 741 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread this show across the internets and throughout the world. And let everybody you know, let them all know that the True Capitalist Radio broadcast is in effect and in the house. Once again, episode 741. And this is a very special edition because we are about to witness the addressing of the now President Trump's address to Congress. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that on C-SPAN since, by the way, it is a nonprofit that is, I don't know if it's still funded by the government or not, but it was. So if there's any kind of copyright strikes, because I know that any of the fellow streamers that try to go and broadcast these types of events, they use either a Wall Street Journal or an ABC or a CBS broadcast, and they tend to go ahead and take those down. We're going to be viewing this on C-SPAN, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. We're going to commentate on it. We're going to probably have some follow-up thoughts on it. And then after that, there's going to be a brief intermission, and then we're going to go ahead and conduct a ghost show. I'm not even joking. 2 shows, one night, Taco Tuesday. You know what it is. And what's going on to Devious Dave? He said R.I.P. Dolly Parton's husband. And we've got Jack is okay. I think Elvis had said something about number 741. You should be a psyop at this point. Yeah, thank you, by the way. And that's the new alert that, the sound you just heard. And we got Bob Tom, R.I.P. George Lowe, whoever the hell that is. So let's go ahead and let's get to the let's go ahead and get to the address here. And let's see if we can get to it here.
Kind of twofold. One is he's going
here, let me go ahead and blow this up, and everybody can go ahead and take a look at it.
Weeks of his administration, which have been a bit of a whirlwind.
All right, hold on just one second. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this, and we're definitely going to have some commentary thereafter.
And then he's going to kind of look forward to
all right.
what else he wants to do. He's going to probably make a push.
Here it is right here. Hold on, let me go ahead and
from Congress. He's going to talk about
put the PC shot on. Here we go.
Trade wars or the tariffs he's ratcheting.
Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. Here, let me go ahead and put this in a little bit here.
Summing up what he's done so
there
far,
we go.
He's going to try to kind of make sense of
now, what we're about to watch here, folks, is a address by the president. And there's a lot of speculation on what is going to be said. He tried to tease it the other night, suggesting that there's going to be some surprise, some significant, I guess, message that's going to be sent out during this address. A lot of people have speculated what it is. The Reuters came out today. I didn't post it on Ghost.Report, but they're suggesting that there is a mineral deal done that will be announced at this congressional address by the president. Apparently, Zelensky has bit his tongue, and he's ready to go and conclude this mineral deal, which is what Reuters is suggesting is going to be tonight's highlight. Right now, Trump is not having the best of ratings as of late because of the Doge, the Elon Musk situation, the cutting of many federal funds, federal jobs, the tariffs certainly that kicked in today. If you are a stock market person, you know that didn't fare very well for those that are in the markets. You've got farmers that are pleading with the president against these tariffs. A lot of things going on. So the president has a lot to address, in my personal opinion, when it comes to this particular State of the Union. We don't know if the State of the Union is strong at this point. We are pivoting foreign policy-wise. We are rearranging the government because of this Doge situation with Elon Musk. A lot of things that he's going to have to suggest and account for. And moreover, this Bitcoin reserve. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's not even a Bitcoin reserve. That's why a lot of the crypto bros are pissed off, because they were expecting that this so-called crypto reserve was going to encompass exclusively Bitcoin. And the announcement a few days ago about Trump, as I stated, what was Trump going to do? He was going to emphasize XRP. He was going to emphasize ADA. Why? Because those guys are close to the president. The guy that created Cardano is actually advising the president on cryptocurrency matters. So this is why a lot of the crypto bros are pissed off that Bitcoin wasn't put as a point of emphasis. And to be honest with you, I think that everybody's realizing that the crypto reserve is the last hurrah before crypto actually caves in on itself. Because let me tell you that whoever has Bitcoin, whoever has crypto right now, they're the ones that are going to be paid off with tax money if this Bitcoin reserve or this crypto reserve becomes a reality. So there's a lot of things that Trump has to address here, and we're going to see if that happens. And Metal Hattie, cheers to you. And by the way, I'll get to your video sometime this evening after the address by the president. So once again, we are waiting here. We are watching C-SPAN's version of this because it is a public company that is meant to have these types of broadcasts to the American public. It is a nonprofit organization, so I'm assuming we shall not have any problems with copyright strikes because we are watching C-SPAN's version of the broadcast. Now, please excuse the fart noises as the alerts for this broadcast. We tried to make something very short and sweet. But that's what we're going to have to deal with tonight, all right? And who the hell is this Jason Dick? Jason Dick is being asked for his commentary on C-SPAN. Never heard of him. But anyway, I think that what we're going to see here is a rosy representation of all the actions that the Trump administration has done. And in my opinion, I think that you're going to see a lot of rabble-rousing from the Democrats. Many of the Democrats have already stated that they are going to disrupt this particular congressional address by the president. So it's definitely a made-for-TV type of situation here leading up to this address. And once again, we're going to see a lot of things addressed. We just talked about maybe the crypto reserve being addressed here. We're going to definitely hear about the tariffs. The thing about Trump, now that he's asserted the tariffs on once former allies of the United States, Mexico and Canada, he's going to have to sell it to the American people why we're going to have to see the rising of prices in the next few days on food and other things that are imported from these two countries. He's going to have to tell us his vision on what exactly these tariffs are going to encompass, why they're happening, how they're going to benefit America. We're going to hear about the immigration deportation situation, I anticipate, because, yeah, and there's Jeffrey Gostein. Will you service my schmeckle? Thanks a lot. But we're going to hear about whether or not we're going to continue with this deportation situation. Because as you all have known, if you've been reading Ghost.Report, my official website, the deportations, all right, is not necessarily going up to what was campaigned in 2024. All right, we were supposed to see these 2025 deportations that were campaigned in 2024, and we have not seen them. All reports say that the deportations right now are less than Biden and Obama during this tenure. So anyway, let's go ahead. We got Jack is okay. How ironic. This guy's name is Jason Dick, and your real name is Chasing Dick. Yeah, thanks a lot, Pat, asshole. All right, let's leave that to a minimum. All right, when it comes to the True Capitalist Radio Show, or you may jeopardize the Go Show tonight. All right. But anyway, we're going to hear a lot of things tonight. I hope that he addresses all these things that are concerning Americans. I mean, especially the tariffs. Believe you me, folks, I've already been out. I have shopped. All of y'all were laughing at me when Trump came into office when I was buying slabs of meat, New York strip loins, sides of ribeyes. You guys were laughing, suggesting that nothing was going to happen. And guess what? We're at all-time highs on beef. We're at all-time highs on eggs. We're at all-time highs on almost everything that we need to nourish our body. So that's why I am suggesting to you right now, if you have not done so, go to your grocery store right now to save money. You got to stay ahead of the inflation. You got to stay ahead of tariffs. That's how we're going to have to live at this point in time in this new reality that is the Trump administration. And Devious Day with a Rumble rant, Jason Dick is your brother of Seymour Dick. Yeah, thanks a lot, asshole, all right? Now, as you can see here, some Democrats plan to skip Trump's joint address to Congress, and we also have others that are promising to disrupt the congressional address, so definitely a made-for-TV situation. Since this isn't really coming on right now, let's go ahead and throw this down a little bit. And let's talk a little bit about what's going on Ghost.Report. And please, somebody give me the 411 if they happen to be going into the address with the president, all right? Now, let's go to Ghost.Report so that we can hear and see what exactly has been covered here. Hold on, did I put this all the way down? No, you can still kind of hear it. All right, there it is. All right, put the PC shot on. Let's talk a little bit about Ghost.Report. Today, I had put this one out a little late. Because I wanted to be up to date with news once I started doing this True Capitalist Radio broadcast. This is March 4th. This is the Ghost Report Daily. If you have not done so, please add to your bookmarks and add to your favorites my official website, Ghost.Report. It will give you the world on one web page. And today, the big headline, Trump tariffs to raise prices within days. And if you take a look, this is a Forbes magazine headline. Trump tariffs could raise prices of fruits and vegetables within days. Target CEO warns. So once again, folks, I hope that you were ready for this. I had predicted this was going to happen throughout the whole 2024 election cycle. I said that everything that Trump was advocating, he was not going to come through with. He was never going to bring down prices of food. He was never going to do the things that he said. He hasn't even deported the Mexicans in the rate that he admitted that he was going to. I mean, this is falling apart before our eyes, and the only people that aren't seeing this are these folks that are so, I guess, mesmerized by the personality that is Trump. They don't understand that the actions that Trump is doing and the Republicans allowing him to do it is destroying our country from within, in my personal opinion. I mean, look at this. MAGA Musk induced stagflation. I mean, take a look. Stagflation fears bubble up as Trump tariffs take effect and the economy slows. A growth scare in the economy has accompanied worries over resurgence of inflation threatening to potentially rekindle stagflation. The phenomenon not seen since the dark days of hyperinflation and sagging growth in the 1970s and early 80s has primarily manifested itself lately in soft data. All right, converging factors are causing waves on Wall Street where stocks have been selling off all month. As a matter of fact, they've erased all the Trump election gains, and now we are negative in the stock market. All right, and I have that right here. Stock market in the negative since the election. All right, Trump bump disappears as S&P 500 is now in the negative. I mean, this was not going to pan out like many of you people thought. I mean, many of you thought that, hey, we're going to make America great again. I heard in the man's rhetoric, I heard it. This was very easy to call that all these things were going to unravel. All right, I told you that all these things were going to unravel, and they are unraveling. So this is going to be a very interesting situation with this address to Congress. All right, he has to answer for a lot of this stuff. And guess what? With the rising egg prices, what's the Secretary of Agriculture's answer to this? Take a look at this. I'm not joking. Secretary of Agriculture says you need to raise your own chickens. All right? I'm not joking. Give me a fucking break. I mean, this is what making America great again is. Trump's agriculture boss says cash-strapped Americans can raise their own chickens to save on eggs. Unfucking believable. I mean, look, I'm ahead on this. All right? I'm already ahead on this. I'm already starting to plant my own garden in order to offset the vegetable costs that are going to incur once these tariffs take effect. So this is the new world that we're living in. This is the new golden age of America where we're going back to where we have to raise our own fucking cattle. We have to raise our own chickens. We have to do, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, this is the advice of the Secretary of Agriculture? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Is this the new Great Trump Depression? I mean, this is what I said was going to happen throughout the whole 2024 campaign. If you don't believe me, go back to the archive, whether it's on YouTube or Rumble. I said throughout the whole goddamn 2024 election cycle that this was going to happen. I said that we're in the, if Trump does what he says, all right, considering that we're already slipping into recession based upon all the layoffs, all the closing of businesses, everything, he's going to throw us into a depression if he does what he said he was going to do, and that's what he's doing. He's doing worse, to be honest with you. Nobody thought that Elon Musk was going to take control of the government and start tearing apart the system from within. Nobody ever heard that on the campaign. But this is going to throw us into a Great Depression, folks, because we already have a lot of people on the unemployment line. I mean, just take a look at all the layoffs in the private sector. Take a look at all the closings. And then you've got Doge and, Trump's blessing of Doge that wants to get rid of at least 1.5 to 2 million public sector jobs. So you add on that to the already unemployed. It's a very serious situation, and you people are about to feel it. But all you MAGA people that voted this in, enjoy. All right, enjoy. And there's Kirk Johnson. He's now a member of the True Capitalist Radio member chat. Cheers, baby, cheers. And I also want to say what's up to Stagio, who just became a member, and Leo, who also became a member of the True Capitalist Radio member chat. Cheers to you guys, man. And Devious Dave with a Rumble rant. I tried eating liver to save money, and I got myself gout. Well, that'll happen. And then we got Alexander the Resurrection with a Rumble rant. I stocked up on tons of food and paid off my credit card debt with my tax refund before the value of it disappeared. By the way, my family raises chickens, so I don't have to worry about eggs. Well, lucky you. No offense. Lucky you there, Alexander the Resurrection. And then we got Quaker Ghost. Ghost is mad because he has to raise 40 pounds of chicken wings to be fed. Yeah, real funny, man. Anyway, once again, tariff risk seeking the United States. And look, this is not just the United States that's going to be in a Great Depression. It's also going to be global. It's going to be global. All right, so just take care of yourself, all right? Just take care of yourself. Now, with that being said, the trade war is happening now, all right? And this is what Trump's going to have to talk about tonight on why Americans are going to have to deal with the rising prices of almost everything because of these trade wars. He's got to give the American people a reasoning why they're going to have to suffer, and let's see if the American public are willing to accept that. All right? He not only has started a trade war with China, which I think is justified. he has started a trade war with former allies that border us, Mexico and Canada, which I don't know if that's a great idea, all right? I don't know if that's the great idea. Now, as I stated, folks, the Democrats are planning to disrupt this speech. Of course, you're going to have these dumb bimbos like Tlaib, and you've got Omar, the AOCs. You've got a lot of the Democrats claiming they're not even going to show up. So we're going to see the representation tonight on the Democrat side. And we were just talking about Doge. Speaking of Doge, did you hear that these staffers from Doge all have six-figure incomes, and they're actually funding their six-figure income from the agencies that they're cutting? All right, give me a break. Some Doge staffers are drawing six-figure government salaries. Engineers and executives at the so-called Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the $5. Cheers, Drunkler, you piece of shit. Anyway, government efficiency are drawing healthy taxpayer-funded salaries, sometimes from the very own agencies that they're cutting from. So here we are, once again, the contradictions of what Trump, Musk, and Doge are doing are starting to become so apparent that not even the GOP can sit on their thumbs anymore. Not even the GOP can sit on their thumbs anymore. So let's see if Trump can answer for all this scrutiny. All right, and speaking of which, did you hear a lot of hatred going towards Elon Musk's way? All right, and rightfully so, because nobody elected this piece of trash. He's acting as if he's just doing what George Soros did. I'll give him a little bit of credit on that. The problem is that George Soros never humiliated the president by having a fucking speech in the Oval Office while the president sits there like an idiot, and your brat-ass kid is telling the president to shush his mouth and that he's not the real president, to go away. George Soros never did that shit. I mean, somebody needs to tell Musk about optics, because he certainly is unaware. Must be his autism. But he has gotten people so pissed off, they are now setting fire, I hear, across the country to Tesla charging stations. I hear people are protesting at Tesla car dealerships. I mean, did you hear about this one? Take a look at this, all right? The everyone hates Elon Musk movement, all right? Take a look at this. Meet everyone who hates Elon Musk, the UK collective attempting to take down Musk. Let's make billionaires losers again. Now, unfortunately, folks, this sounds semi-leftist, but unfortunately, if you take a look at the inauguration, once foes like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos all came together and sat with each other at that inauguration and held hands, because they are all colluding with one another. They actually win if all of us end up in a Great Depression. And what's unfortunate, folks, is that they're going to redefine what the fiat currency is. That's why all these billionaires, they're trying to be the new Federal Reserve. I mean, this is what the Federal Reserve, that's how it was created. It was created by the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, the Warburgs, these elitists from the Industrial Revolution. They were the ones that monopolized all the fiat currency at the time. And what's ironic is that the post-industrial revolution was a very impoverished time in America, and this was during the time of like 1870 to 1900. And what's ironic is that Trump is highlighting the 1890s as some kind of a bastion of when America was doing its greatest. And he highlights President McKinley. I would like to let everybody know that President McKinley got assassinated. He got assassinated because the economic conditions at the time were so bad for Americans that it radicalized America. I mean, a significant portion of radicalization of our American history comes from the post-industrial revolution. The communist influence, the socialist influence, the anarchist influence, it all comes from the post-industrial revolution. So what ended up happening is that when the industrialists had the most of the circulating fiat and people were impoverished, they courted the government into making them the creators of money, hence the Federal Reserve in 1913. Now, what is the Federal Reserve? The Federal Reserve is a private institution comprised of these families that were the industrialists that monopolize the money that now in turn print the money for the government and charge the government interest in order for them to be the purveyors of the fiat currency system. And you've seen ever since then, that has been our way of legal tender. This is why Elon Musk and all the techno bros, they're trying to usurp that and make their own type of fiat currency in which they are in control of everything. That's why cryptocurrency is something that they're putting a point of emphasis on, because they want cryptocurrency, or at least a digital currency, in order to control everybody. You see, with fiat currency, with fiat paper currency, you can go out and you can purchase things without any oversight, without any government big brother over you saying, oh, you're too fat to get that. Oh, you're not supposed to get this. Oh, you're talking against the government. We're going to turn off your digital money. And that's really what this is all about. These guys right here, these fucking tech billionaires, in my personal opinion, they want power beyond the Federal Reserve. They don't just want to control your money. They want to control your mind. I mean, look up what fucking Elon Musk is invested into. He's invested in Neuralink. All right, he wants to control your fucking brain. All right, Starlink. He wants to control the mode of communication. All right, fucking Tesla. He wants to control the mode of transportation. Do you understand? Each and everything that this fucking guy is investing in is about total control. All right? I mean, you think you own your Tesla? You don't. You know that if you own a Tesla and you put out a video criticizing Tesla, Tesla will sue your ass. Tesla will sue your ass. All right? I mean, that fucking warlord out of Chechnya, Kadyrov, showed off his Cybertruck. He put a machine gun on it and shit. And then once Musk found out about it, he bricked it. He bricked his Cybertruck. Now, how come this guy has this much control over our lives? It's because we allowed it to happen. It's because we allowed it to happen. And, I mean, we either need to take a stand or these people are going to take complete and total control of us. And I told you that the PayPal mafia was in complete and total control of this administration right after that fake assassination attempt by Trump, on Trump, I should say. Yeah, nobody talks about that shit. Nobody talks about that stupid weirdo kid that supposedly assassinated or attempted to assassinate Trump. 2 days later after that assassination, they named the boy, all right, the literal lover boy of Peter Thiel as the vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance. So let me tell you something right now. If, God forbid, something happens to Trump, the alternative is J.D. Vance, and it looks like J.D. Vance seriously doesn't care about anything. So America's not looking too good right about now, if you want my personal opinion, all right? All right, anyway, let me get to some of these Rumble rants here. We got Alexander the Resurrection. I never really liked or trust Musk. I really wish his white South American ass gets deported and gets I'm not going to say that. Camaro RS09. Hey, Ghost, I got great news. One of my family members is cancer-free. I was going to dono a video, but I'll wait next time. Cheers. Well, congratulations on being cancer-free, all right? And hopefully they have a long and healthy life. And Sultan Czar, Ghost, are you celebrating Ramadan? I know you're a jihadist. What are you talking about? I love pork too much to be a jihadist. I just ate bacon earlier, all right? I ate bacon. All right, how about a ham sandwich? And what is this? MLV Green, F-U Ghost. Well, thank you very much, all right? Well, anyway, we're waiting for the address by Trump here. It looks like they're gathering around right now in the Senate. And, of course, they're hobnobbing. I mean, look, there's Blumenthal, who is a Democrat, next to John Cornyn, which is our senator here in Texas. And they're all talking to each other. They're supposed to hate each other. All right? They're all talking to each other. Democrats, Republicans. I mean, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Anyway, let's get back to what we were discussing here while we wait for the president. Let's talk about MAGA at this point in time, because let me tell you, the GOP, they're not having a good time when they're going to town halls. Have you heard about this? I mean, there's about 3 or 4 different videos of town hall meetings in which the candidates, or I should say the incumbents, are having to leave because these goddamn town halls, they're pulling out pitchforks and fucking torches at this point because they're not happy with what's going on. Now, of course, Trump is trying to claim that it's George Soros paying agitators, but come on, you can't keep doing that. I mean, remember, you supposedly had a mandate. You had the majority of America vote you in. You can't claim that George Soros is now coming in and paying GOP agitators. You can't say that. And if you believe that, if you truly believe that, why is the GOP advising their fellow congressmen not to hold town hall meetings? Take a look at this. Republicans advised to avoid in-person town halls after confrontations over layoffs go viral. All right, let's look at a little bit of this here. Let's play this. Here it is, all right?
New plan to avoid the kind of town hall confrontations that have been going viral online. NBC's Julie Sirkin is on Capitol Hill for us. Tell us more about this.
Well, Republicans have long been trying to strategize behind closed doors how to stop putting their members in the positions that will lead them to be confronted, even in rural ruby red areas, by constituents who are frustrated specifically over these DOGE cuts. We saw it over the last couple of weeks. And this morning, my colleague Melanie Zanona reported that Rich Hudson, who is essentially in charge of re-electing Republicans next year, he told Republicans behind closed doors not to do them anymore. We had some reporting in the last couple of days that perhaps...
Look, they've all been... These are 4 different confrontations right here that have been had by GOP politicians, and now the GOP is telling them no longer to have in town hall meetings, for Christ's sake. And Cheers Drunkler, the donation sound alert, this is all I hear when you talk. Well, then why are you here, Cheers Drunkler, all right? Why are you fucking here? All right, are you one of the pissed off MAGA people? Huh? Hey, fell for it again award. Remember Pam Bondi came out right before she entered the Department of Justice, and she said the first thing that she's going to do is release the Epstein docs, and that has turned into a complete debacle. All right, take a look at this. All right, Pam Bondi, she's now blaming the FBI after the Epstein document release flop. All right, here we go, bureaucrats blaming each other. I thought that Kash Patel was supposed to come in and prevent this type of crap. All right, now you got Pam Bondi pointing the finger that it's the FBI that is withholding evidence. If that was the case, Pam Bondi, then why the hell did you do this ridiculous, dumb PR move in which you got all these dumb magatard, chattering class idiots that will do your doing regardless of whether it's good for the country or not? Why did you have this stupid shit happen? This was the most bundled, ridiculous PR move I'd ever seen in my life. Put the PC shot on. Look at this. Here's this DC Drano. There's libs of TikTok. There's all these there's Jeff Prosobic, all these people holding a binder saying the Epstein files and taunting it in front of the camera. All right? Whose idea was this? Whose idea was this crap? And guess what? It was a nothing burger. It was an absolute nothing burger. Every one of these people that came out with these goddamn ridiculous binders should be ashamed of themselves. All right? Anybody who's still watching these fucking frauds, you're as pathetic as they are. You're as pathetic as they are. But no, you've got Pam Bondi out here saying it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's fucking Kash Patel's fault, all right? All right, go tell that street shit. Go tell that guy, all right, what the hell's going on, because it's the FBI. All right? It's the FBI. And Devious Dave, Kash Patel keeps asking my grandma for Google Play cards. Yeah, real funny. All right, but come on, man. And guess what? She's blaming the FBI. And, where's Kash Patel on this? Every one of these magatards out there are now, trying to tout. Especially on X. All right, especially on X. It's the I didn't vote for this routine that I'm seeing on X. All right, I didn't vote for this. And I tweeted out something to the MAGA chattering class. Put the PC shot on. I said to the MAGA chattering class, now pissing and moaning, quote, I didn't vote for this. Everything that Trump is doing. Hey, cheers to trolling the interwebs and federal security grants. I think they're already ended, but cheers to trolling the interwebs. Good to see you. Anyway, everything that Trump's doing benefits global billionaire club that's trying to put the world into a Great Depression. Why? because they own AI and robotics, and humans are no longer needed. Enjoy. All right, because that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. So, as we wait for this address by Trump, and he's keeping us waiting here. All right, I thought this was going to happen at 7, and if you take a look at the floor, it's it's like a cocktail party. What are they going to? Are you kidding me? Trump is going to come out like he's a fucking WWE wrestler? Are you fucking kidding? Oh, come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? This has got to be a joke. There's no way he's going to come out like he's fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin out here. Is he going to have his theme music and shit? Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Because Trump said so. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this. Anyway, we'll come back to it, all right? We're waiting for Trump here. We're waiting for Trump. But let's go on to some international news, all right? Now, after the Oval Office debacle with Trump and Zelensky and J.D. Vance, U.S. has suspended military aid to Ukraine. Completely suspended military aid. And that has resulted in Zelensky now eating a lot of crow. And as I stated on a YouTube video that I posted, I thought that Zelensky dropped the ball on this particular meeting with Trump. I mean, Zelensky knows that his existence and the Ukrainians' attempt at repelling Russia in its invasion is solely dependent on the support of the United States of America. And the way he came into the Oval Office, you could see it all over his face. He was completely disgusted. He was perturbed. That's not how you play politics, brah. You're supposed to be an actor, right? Why don't you act, motherfucker? You should have went out there with a shit-eating grin on your face saying, yeah, this is going to be great. We love the America. I thank America. I love you. I love America. You should have said all that shit. And he could have gotten some kind of a deal done because, look, I know as well as everybody this temporary ceasefire will be temporary. I mean, Putin, he agrees to an agreement. He'll honor it for a few years, and then he gets the fuck out, and he tries to go back in. All right, we know that, but at this point, Zelensky needs a pause right now in the fighting. I mean, they have held their own, don't get me wrong, but they need a holding pattern. They need something to be able to replenish men on the battlefield. They need to rebuild their country. And for him not to accept the deal, I think that was a bad call on Zelensky's part. Because even though there was not going to be any American boots on the ground, Trump is going to allow private American interest into the country. They're going to have American citizens in the country in order to extract the rare earths in this mineral deal. And because we have American citizens in Ukraine, that would have at least been a little bit of a buffer for Putin or any other belligerent from invading Ukraine because we have American people in that. And if there were any American people that were killed or hurt in any incursion on Ukraine, then we would be pulling out the big guns. All right. But unfortunately, Zelensky thought that he could wave his finger and thought that he could dictate or thought that he could litigate whatever he wanted in front of the media. That was to his disadvantage, unfortunately. All right. Now, there's a little twist into this. Zelensky now is eating crow and is promising to make things right with Trump and negotiate peace. Now, this is what Reuters is claiming. Reuters is claiming that what tonight's special announcement is by the president is the actual deal. There's a deal that has been made, a preliminary deal, and it was this defund Israel. You're a Jew who plays a Jew disguised as another Jew. All right, thank you, defund Israel. Thank you for that. I don't know why you're being so anti-Semitic. All right, but I don't appreciate that. I mean, I'm not Jewish, first of all, but so what if I was? All right, so what if I was? I'm not Jewish. I use yarmulkes for coffee filters. There's no reason to be going there. But anyway, as I was stating, Zelensky, eating crow, vows to, quote, make things right with Trump and negotiate peace. Well, we'll see. As I stated, Reuters is reporting that the announcement tonight at this congressional address is supposed to be a deal between Ukraine and the United States. So we'll see if that deal is announced. We still have yet to see. And hold on, that's Count Binface here. And let me get to Count Binface. And Count Binface, cheers to you and happy Taco Tuesday. And he said, that isn't true with Russia not invading. We'll list Americans are there. During 2014, there were thousands of Americans working in Crimea while the invasion happened, and a few did get killed. Of course, the ape president, that's not right, did nothing, but it's proven that Russia will still attack even if Americans are there. Well, that's because Obama was a pussy, all right? Obama was a goddamn pussy. That's why. All right, he was a fucking puss. But anyway, once again, Zelensky eating crow. And, you know, this pivot away from Ukraine and to Russia, I'm a little apprehensive. I'm a little apprehensive. No, we're not getting to radio graffiti. We're not getting radio graffiti until later, all right? Kamala Harris. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I was stating, this pivot, is it like switching sides during World War II? Because that's what a military expert suggests. Trump's pause on Ukraine aid is like the U.S. switching sides during World War II. And I kind of agree with this because we invested a lot in Ukraine. All right. And the purpose was to bog down Russia in order for them to decrease their status as a superpower. I mean, that was the whole intention. And to some credit, that's what we've done. I mean, the Russian economy is now solely dependent on the wartime economy. I'm not too sure if Russia is going to be able to stop their military endeavors because I don't think they can switch on the economy that they had previous. First and foremost. Secondly, they have lost almost 1 million people in this conflict. I'm talking about Russia. So we've depleted them of manpower. We've depleted them of economic resources. We've depleted them of military resources. I mean, Putin has had to get on his knees and grovel to fat little Kim in North Korea in order to get armaments and men. So that should underscore everything. All right, but once again, is it like switching sides? Kinda, for Christ's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ, this defund Israel. Who the hell is this donating as defund Israel? All right, we're not talking about Israel right now. Can you shout out my friend Urine? I'm not going to say that. He's a big fan of yours, and he's your favorite Israel shill. Jesus Christ. See what I got to put up with here? Huh? You see what I got to put up with? Anyway, once again, Zelensky eating crow out here. And he says, and he promises to make things right. And he's actually come out and suggested a partial ceasefire. Take a look at this. Zelensky offers Putin partial truce for the first time to stop air and sea attacks. The Ukrainian president offers first steps towards a ceasefire and calls on Trump to lead the peace process. Jesus Christ. Cheers, Drunkler. What the hell? Can y'all calm down with these little trolley-ass, donations, please? And cheers, Drunkler. There are 3 times more people waiting for Pippa's birthday stream to start than there are people watching you. Yeah, well, great. Who says I want those fucking weirdos listening to me? Who says that I want a bunch of weirdos that wax their carrot to 2-dimensional fucking characters that are being played by fat men or gay fucking lesbos? I mean, what makes you think I give a shit? And we got, Geno X, relevant to your show, watch. Are you talking about relevant to the show right now? Hold on, let's take a look at this. This better be relevant, Geno. I'm not fucking joking. What is this? Oh, great.
The United States.
Here, that's because Geno is Canadian. Canadians are feeling very proud right now because Justin Trudeau finally stepped up and used the tariffs as a means of gathering and galvanizing Leaf pride. Take a look at this, all right?
States launched a trade war against Canada, their closest partner and ally, their closest friend. At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense.
Look at Justin Trudeau conjuring Canadian
but we will not
patriotism.
back down from a fight. Not when our country and the well-being of everyone in it is at stake. At the moment, the U.S. tariffs came into effect in the early hours of this morning, and so did the Canadian response. Canada will be implementing 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods.
25% tariffs.
Starting with tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods immediately, and tariffs on the remaining $125 billion of American products in 21 days' time. Encore aujourd'hui, on se voit forcé d'imposer des droits de douane de
What a pussy!
To introduce 25%
Oh, no, he's talking
tariffs
French.
on $155 billion of U.S. merchandise.
de marchandises américaines, excusez-moi.
$30 billion.
All right. Well, thank you, Gino. I'm glad you're very proud of your country for standing up to the United States tariffs, all right? And once again, that was Gino X 1987. And we got apartment 128. Ghost, we know you worship a mix between Yahweh and Ronald Reagan. You can't fool us. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Anyway, before Gino X's video, we were talking about how Zelensky is offering a partial truce, a partial ceasefire, in order to, I did read your rant, MLV Green. All right, we got it. Jesus Christ. Some fucking idiot donates $1 over there at Rumble and expects that I'm supposed to, I don't know, fucking do a damn song and a dance like a mariachi singer or some shit. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I was stating, before we move on to another subject, Putin decided to come out and say that he would be happy to mediate between the United States and Iran. Oh, how nice of him. How nice of him, huh? Putin says he will facilitate negotiations between Trump and Iran. Well, good luck on that one. All right, good luck on that one. Hey, kick him out if you're spamming. If you're spamming, kick him out. Kick him the fuck out. Get him out of here. I don't give a shit. Get out of here. You're out of here. Get him out. Piece of shit. I don't give a shit who you are. Get out of here. Not going to spam in my chat rooms, you stupid milky lickers. Anyway, as I was stating before I got rudely interrupted by some jerk-off over here at fucking Rumble who fucking, donated $1 and expects me to, I don't know, do the fucking, do some kind of lambada or some shit. Anyway, as I was stating, Putin says he'll facilitate negotiations between Trump and Iran. So we'll see what's going on there, all right? We'll see what's happening. And, dude, get these fuckers out of here, all right? Baca, you're stuck. Get out of my Rumble ranch. Get out of here. I don't want Baca in Rumble. Get them out of here. Get out. Jesus Christ. What, you want me to play the whole fucking thing, Gino? Why don't you wait for one of your weirdo fucking goddamn videos in the Ghost Show later on tonight? We get it. You're proud of being a leaf. You got a maple leaf fucking tickling your ass crack right now. You're heel kicking because you think that, I don't know, you got a hold of the rake or something. You think you got a hold of the rake. You think, hey, I'm Ranger Rick, a 10-foot dick. He showed it to the lady next door. She thought it was a snake. She hit it with a rake, and now it's only 5'4". So shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. All right, Jesus Christ. All right, can we? Is this fucking Trump on the goddamn podium yet? Can we hurry up? Hey, Trump, fucking hurry it up. All right, look at fucking Ted Cruz, El Rato. All right, dude, look at these fucking. There's Shapiro, huh? Look at this. Look at the right-wing chattering class. Matt Walsh, give me a fucking break. This is disgusting. Looking at that is just utterly disgusting. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Looks like here come the chums. Here come the chums coming in. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
There's Mark Warner, John Bozeman.
All right, never mind. Let's wait. All right, there's Newt Gingrich, his wife. All right, a lot of Republicans here. There's Duffy's wife, Rachel, what's her name? She was from the Real World 3, as a matter of fact. The San Francisco Real World. Oh, y'all remember that? Her and Puck had a fling. Not even joking. Anyway, we are waiting for the president now. You see there is the Vice President, J.D. Vance, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. You've got all the chums, rubbing elbows out here like it was cocktail hour. There is Plastic Face Pelosi. Looking a little old, to say the least. Looking like she's looking for B5 on the bingo sheet. All right, we've got we're waiting here. I mean, look, there's that weird Sasquatch-looking motherfucker that always implements impeachment files for President Trump. There's let's see, we got there's Pocahontas. Hi-ya-hi-ya-hi-ya-ho. All right, there we go. We're waiting for the president, ladies and gentlemen. All right, looks like all the chums are coming in, getting their seats. While we're waiting for them, let's go ahead and get back to what we were discussing here. Let's talk a little bit about China. Now, Mexico and Canada, they've already hooked it up with a retaliatory tariff of their own. So is China. Take a look at this. China retaliates by going after what I said they were going to go after during the 2024 election cycle. I said the first thing they're going to go after is our agriculture and livestock, because China is the biggest consumer, believe it or not, of our agriculture and livestock commodities. Believe it or not. I mean, that deal was made back during Hu Jintao's tenure, all right? And wait a minute, hold on. We got Not Doomcat. Is it time to talk about Hassan Piker's new pew-pew threats on a senator? I didn't know that he made a threat, but I wouldn't take anything Hassan Piker says serious, all right? I mean, look at that pink team playing homo. You're actually going to be afraid of that guy? Give me a break. And we got Marshall Bernsey, who said, shout out to all the big booty bitches and all the fired feds who will be making French fries tomorrow at McDonald's. Well, that's great. So are you, Marshall, if you're not careful, you know what I mean? Anyway, reject all cookies. Reject it. Get out of here. Reject the cookies. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of here. Get it out. Sorry, folks. You see, the shit that you got to fucking put up with in websites here. But anyway, what is their response and implementation of a tariff on our livestock? Now, let me tell you what's about to happen here. All right? Now that China is hitting up our agriculture, what's going to happen is we're going to have a temporary, crash in some commodities. Because they're not going to Canada anymore. They're not going to go to China anymore, at least a good portion of them. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a temporary relief, I should say, in food prices. But then when the next season comes about, farmers are not going to produce as much because they don't need to. Because unlike other things that are produced, commodities have a finite lifespan. And you only want to make just enough in order for you to make a profit, and you don't want to have a surplus, because if you have a surplus, you're either going to have to give it away or watch it rot. So the next season, I'm telling you, we're going to see prices of food go even higher than what we're seeing right now. And Sultan Czar, TCR is a melting pot of hatred. Type W if you agree. All right, great. Thanks a lot. All right, so once again, China retaliates with targeting our agriculture and livestock commodities, and it's not going to be very good. But China is open to talks, all right? Xi Jinping leaving the door open for talks with a measured response to Trump. So let's see if Trump can make a deal with the Chinese when it comes to these tariffs and it comes to the tariffs on agriculture, because that's all we produce right now. I know that Trump is trying, at least on face value, to try to bring in some manufacturing base to the country, but we'll see if that is actually going to be a reality. All right, now speaking of China, they have their own economic pressure. All right, they're in big trouble. Take a look. Falling prices signal bigger troubles for China ahead. And that's why Xi Jinping is trying to kind of tap dance a little bit in order for him to offset the fuck-ups that he's done in the beginning of his tenure. Because in the beginning of his tenure, Xi Jinping had this hard-on wanting to implement Mao Zedong-like strategies. And unfortunately, they fell on their face. And the only thing that's kept Xi Jinping in power are these very totalitarian-type policies, like the zero COVID policy, for instance. But now, Xi Jinping has now opened himself up because he recognizes that he can't do this Mao Zedong bullshit anymore. That's why here recently, about I think 3 weeks ago, he had a meeting with all the folks that are in the so-called private sector in China, you know, the Jack Ma's and, you know, the people that own businesses in China, in order to grant them a blessing. And hold on, Guest with 25 beers. What's going on to Guest? Hold on, let me see what Guest has in store for us. Cheers to Guest for the 25 beers. And he said, this is for the Ghost Show. First is an animation. Oh, great. Second one, start at 41, edit 58:45. And there's one right there. Anyway, cheers to guests, man. Thank you very much once again for the 25 beers. Like I said, right after the speaking or the speech by the president to Congress, we're going to have a brief intermission for about maybe 15 minutes, and then we're going to do a Ghost Show right after that. All right? So everybody recognize that. So anyway, once again, this is why China is open for talks. China's open for talks because they are in no position to be playing like they're, going to be confronting the United States or even Taiwan for that matter. Or this economic uncertainty is going to force them to make a move. Either way, that's the position that they're in. Now, whether or not Trump is going to negotiate with China, that remains to be seen. But as I stated, they're open for talks. And look, Xi Jinping, during his annual CPPCC meeting, not even joking, here it is, they hold their annual meeting here. All right, Beijing steals the show. China's CPPCC holds annual session. And in that annual session, Xi came out and said, look, economic difficulties ahead. All right? Economic difficulties ahead. So here we are. Is Trump coming in? Is Trump coming in? Trump's not coming in yet. All right? Is he about to come in? Well, we're waiting for him. But anyway, once again, Xi warning his people that economic difficulties are ahead. So China is not doing very well either. And let me go ahead and brush up on a little bit of European news, and then we're going to get to this speech here. Because of the Trump, kind of pivoting in a foreign policy and kind of leaving the EU and Europe with their prick in their hand, the EU is moving fast, and now they're coming up with their own defense package that's going to cost almost $1 trillion. Take a look at this. Europe considers a major defense spending package as Trump signals disengagement. It's like $886 billion defense spending package. All right, and they better not just bullshit around with it like they do in Brussels. If they're going to do it, they better pull the trigger on it, no pun intended, because we're in an ever-evolving world, and Europe now has to, stop playing bureaucrat and start playing, statesman, if you want my opinion. So let's see if they get that done. Now, with Europe now understanding that the United States is going to disengage, can France and the UK replace the United States nuclear umbrella? These are the questions that are being asked by Europe right now, and Europe is scrambling. They don't know how to react to this shit. They have no idea how to react to this shit. And look, I'm no friend of Europe, believe me. But literally throwing them under the table like this leaves America vulnerable. Because if I were China, considering my economic uncertainties, I would hit up the United States right now. Or if I were Russia, I would hit up the United States right now. Because there's nothing that the United States is going to do. What are we going to do? We're going to confront China and Russia ourselves? Because the Europeans aren't going to help us after what we've done to them. The Mexicans from Mexico ain't going to help us. The Canadians ain't going to help us. We're on our own. And on the contrary, I think that anybody who hit us up, as I stated, anybody who hit us up is probably going to be helped by Mexico, probably going to be helped by Canada, probably going to be helped by Europe. So I'll tell you right now, this does not make America safer at all. This does not make America safer. All right, and Colada42, cheers to you, man. I think that's for the Ghost Show. We're going to get to that right after the speech by the president. And we're waiting here for the president. Looks like J.D. Vance had a bad ham and cheese sandwich. He's holding his gut. We're waiting for the president, but we shall see what the hell's going to happen in Europe. And they're so scared in Europe that Germany, they just recently had an election. They're now talking about reviving compulsory service. Can you believe that? That if you're a citizen of Germany, you have to serve the military or a community service. I mean, that's how desperate they're getting. And I'll tell you right now, they better fucking get on the ball, and they better get on the ball quick. Because it looks like this administration is going to leave them with their prick in their hand. And if that's the case, then I don't see what's stopping Putin from continuing going west. I don't know what's stopping him. Nothing's stopping him, if you want my opinion. Anyway, let's go ahead and wait for Trump. Here come the justices. All right, there's the justices. And hopefully they rule in favor of the American people when some of these challenges to Elon Musk and Doge and all this other shit reach their court. All right? Think of the American people. Fucking justices, you old pieces of shit. I miss Scalia, though. I miss Justice Scalia. All right, we are waiting for the president.
Jason Dick, we were just watching the...
Enough of Jason Dick. God
Justice
damn it.
Roberts.
All right, never mind. I thought the president was coming out. I don't want to hear the commentary of Jason Dick. All right, I don't care. I mean, come on, Trump. We're fucking waiting here. You said it was going to be on at 7. You got us waiting for an hour, for fuck's sake. I mean, who do you think you are? Luciana Baydon or some shit? Give me a fucking break. Good God. You know, while I'm waiting for the president, I'm going to go ahead and load my pipe up with tobacco. All right? Now, for all those that are accusing me that it's some kind of illegal contraband, that is a false indictment. All right? So once again, I'm going to hook it up with a little bit of tobacco that I got from the Mexican kid that sells candy apples on the corner. He has not been deported. His Walita may get deported, but she's, in the under Burrito Railroad or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, never mind. The strain of tobacco today is Midnight Blood Fart. All right, that's the name of the strain of tobacco. And, oh my God, look at, oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that justice. Look at that justice. I forgot her name. She's so fucking ugly. She looks like a cross between, Curly from the Three Stooges and Chaz Bono, for fuck's sake. Kagan, that's right, Kagan. I'm sorry. Good God. I mean, just looking at her face it'll scare small children, for Christ's sake, man. Oh, woof. I mean, I don't mean to judge her on her looks. I'm sure she's a nice lady, I guess, but come on, Maine. That's why women can wear makeup and shit. All right, we're still waiting for the fucking president here. What the fuck's going on, Trump? Come on, even your boy over here, fucking J.D. Vance, is looking around at pieces of ass that are in the audience. Come on, everybody's getting bored. Everybody's getting bored. Come on. Jesus Christ. And everybody's puking when I said that Kagan is a nice lady. It's a joke. I'm kidding. Anyway, we're waiting for the president here. We're watching the C-SPAN coverage, which is a nonprofit organization that is meant for public consumption like this. Unfortunately, we have to deal with the kind of commentary from Jason Dick and I don't know, whoever that, fucking precious-looking broad is. Anyway, let me go ahead and take a smoke here while we're waiting for the president. All right, cheers to everybody out there who is listening on a Taco Tuesday. As I was stating, after the president's address, we're going to talk about it for a little bit. Then I'm going to have a brief intermission for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to get to the Ghost Show for the remainder of the evening. So we're having a double header here. All right, lucky you for a Taco Tuesday. But we're waiting for Trump here. Come on, somebody get to Trump and tell him to hurry the hell up here, all right? Come on. We want to get to the good stuff. Here, give me a smoke while we're at it. Gotta hold it in, let it hit the brain, Hold it in, let it hit the brain. All right, there we go. That's better. That's better, all right? You got to let loose those nerves a little bit, all right? Can we hurry up, Trump? Look at everybody's fucking waiting around. I mean, a lot of these people are old and shit. They can't, they need, access to the bathroom, for an hour and shit. Give me a break. And trolling the interwebs with a $5 Rumble Ran who said these fucking Democrats are so incredulous. They voted down the men in women's sports bill, then dressed in pink in solidarity with women's rights. Yeah, well, that's Democrats for you, dude. I mean, the Democrats should be capitalizing off of the mistakes that the Republicans are doing, but because these dumbasses are doubling down on identity politics, all right, the fucking Republicans are going full throttle and doing whatever the fuck they want to do. I mean, when you have AOC, when you're touting AOC as your big fucking personality in your party, that ain't, I don't know, that you ain't in a good position, I'll tell you that. You ain't in a good position. You are not in a good position. All right, we're still waiting for the damn president here. I have no idea what's taking so long. There was some speculation about his health. I've tweeted about it. And cheers to Duke Orville with 30 beers, man. All right, happy Taco Tuesday. And by the way, Duke Orville, a member of the True Capitalist Radio member chat, cheers to you and Duke Orville with 30 beers saying, happy Taco Tuesday. Double dono for double header of shows. No video. Just skip enemy of your choice. Oh, well, thank you, Duke Orville. Cheers to you, man. And once again, we're going to get to the Go Show after the address by the president. And what the hell is this? What is this? Look at this broad's wearing. Oh, God. These goddamn Democrats, they make me sick. All right, the Republicans ain't doing much better. And look, it's Scott Pressler. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it's Melania Trump. I'm sorry. Hey, did y'all see that on X? I got to show y'all this. I got to show y'all. All right, listen. I used to think Melania was a hot piece. Don't get me wrong. We all did. If you didn't, you're probably a homo. But she's gotten old, all right? She's gotten a little old. She's gotten old, and that's what I tweeted about. Take a look at this. I said, remember, vain young people, looks do not last forever. Poor Melania looks like that filthy GOP homo, Scott Pressler. Yikes. All right? Yikes. And then, minutes later, Scott Pressler blocks me. Look at this. That's Scott Pressler, by the way, this fucking guy. He blocks me. Was it something I said? I mean, come on. You should have taken that as a compliment, you fucking homo. That you look like a woman. That's what you're trying to be. You're trying to be some power bottom fruit bowl. You should have taken that as a goddamn compliment, you fucking pink team playing piece of shit. Unbelievable. And believe it or not, they were actually considering naming Scott Pressler, this fucking guy, the head of the GOP. Believe it or not, I'm not fucking joking. I am not joking. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Anyway, I just had to show that off because I couldn't believe it. I mean, come on. Okay, here comes the cabinet. Put the PC shot on here. There's Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. There's Bissett, the Secretary of Treasury. There's the incompetent Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense. There's Pam Bondi, the Attorney General.
And now the cabinet
There's Burgum, the Secretary of Interior or some shit.
We saw there as well.
Little Marco. There's RFK, who's now in favor of vaccines, by the way. There's Lutnick, who is the Secretary of Commerce. I don't know who that black guy is. No, where's that black guy? Who's that black guy?
There's Scott Turner.
Scott Turner?
HUD. There's
Oh, he's a HUD secretary. All right. And there's Duffy, Transportation Secretary.
Sean Duffy. Transportation.
There's the incompetent
Senator
Hegseth.
Adam Schiff.
Look, he's aged a little bit. He looks like he's drinking again. Hopefully he's keeping it in his pants.
Senator from
You know, I almost want to make a shirt of Pete Hegseth's face.
Yep.
And then on the bottom it says, it looks like she had instant regret. Because that's what he told the police when a police report was taken about an alleged sexual assault that he did.
Mosley Braun.
I'm not joking. It looked like she had instant thoughts of regret, is what Hegseth said. I'm not even fucking joking.
Harris was the second.
Hey, look, there's Cosplay Barbie,
Lisa Blunt Rochester.
the Homeland Security Secretary.
And there's Christy Nome, who's
Christy Nome, Cosplay Barbie. Hey, look at me. I'm in an ice flak jacket. Hey, look at me. I'm on a horse with a cowboy hat.
there we go.
Good God. Can we hurry up, please?
He is
Can we hurry the hell up?
Collins, the Ag Secretary.
This is such fucking pomp and circumstance. All right, give me a
It's sort
break.
of odd to have something like this with, I mean, and there's so much we're paying attention to the fashion because of like some of the
Paying
protests.
attention to the fashion? Who gives a shit about the fashion? Can we
Few nights ago.
take the closed captioning? Well, I guess we should keep it on because we want to hear what the president says.
Not quite the same.
But there is a lot more power.
Are you actually trying to critique the fashion sense of these old fucks? They're politicians. Who gives a shit? They should be wearing suits and shit. I mean, what? Are we looking at the cleavage of some of these fucking old bags?
Joe Biden took at least a half
Good
hour
God.
to get out of the chamber. It was a moment for him politically that boosted him. That got rid of
We're
some
still
of the
waiting for the
layers of
president, folks, all right? This was supposed to be a speech at 7 p.m.
room for a half hour.
It is now 8:08 here at the True Capitalist Radio studios.
And do we expect President
Man, what a
Trump to do the
dork.
same, or
You know, look at this dork,
I don't
J.D.
know.
Vance.
I don't know if
he likes to chat.
And there's J.D. Vance's wife, Mrs. Magic Carpet, or whatever her name is. I mean, I wonder if that's why J.D. Vance hates Europe so much. You know, him and his Hindu wife, they had these conversations about English imperialism and how, you know, it ruled over India for 150 years or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just thinking.
And he's happy.
I'm just thinking.
Back to being the center of everything.
All right, can we hurry the fuck up, please? Come on, Maine.
Show that happiness, shaking hands with his friends.
I mean, we're waiting for the president here. I mean, he is very late, in my opinion.
Pushing them to say something potentially. He's kind of reveling in this moment that he.
I mean, can these people head to their seats so the president can come out and we can listen to this shit, please? Hurry up!
Joe Biden. I mean, I remember being there. I mean, being, you know, covering it last year, being like, "Dang, can you leave? I'm trying to go home."
Dang, can you leave? Oh, come on. Come on, sister. Can you have some couth, baby? This ain't the hood. This ain't the hood, baby. Don't be.
We'll see.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Did you hear this? This is what is commenting on C-SPAN.
For re-election, but you know, who knows what kind of doubts he may have had.
Good God.
His own,
We're still waiting for the president, folks. I did do some commentary a little bit about current events and some Russia-China news.
Yeah, you can see that
I guess I can go on to other news here, and since we're waiting,
and they're not going
all right, let's go back to some news here on Ghost Report. Let's talk about Israel. Did you hear what's going on with Netanyahu? Netanyahu is crying deep state because there is an inquiry and a probe into the October 7th events. Take a look at this. Netanyahu rails against the deep state in a tirade rejecting the court-led probe into the October 7th attacks. Now, as you all know, all right, that I was the first one right after the October 7th attacks to suggest that Hamas is actually a creation of Israel. I mean, even Yasser Arafat, who was once the staunch opponent and enemy of Israel, who is no longer with us, has said that Hamas was a creation of Israel. As a matter of fact, I even had a show about it. And I had some documentation, and let me go ahead and let me see if I can find that here. All right, let me see if I can find that. I don't think God damn it, I can't find it. I got so many goddamn, yeah, here it is. Put the PC shot on, found it. This is the article that I showed. Here it is, take a look at this. Hamas, Israel's own creation. Israel's own creation. And if you go down here, it talks about what happened. It goes, according to Andrew Higgin, Israel's military-led administration into Gaza, it looked favorably upon a paraplegic cleric who set up a wide network of schools, clinics, and libraries and kindergartens. Sheikh Yassin formed the Islamic group Mujama al-Islamiyah, which was the official recognized Israel as a charity. It was first recognized as a charity, and it was in 1979. Israel also endorsed the establishment of an Islamic university in Gaza, which is now regarded as a hotbed for its militancy. The university was one of the first targets hit by Israeli warplanes in the 08-09 Operation Cast Lead. Many Israeli governments saw improvement in the quality of life in the Palestinian territories as a way of prevent radicalization of the Arab residents in 1979. Now, take a look at this. According to TruthSeeker, as the fighting between rival student factions at Bizaret University grew more violent, General Shalom Harari, then a military intelligence officer in Gaza, says he received a call from an Israeli soldiers manning a checkpoint on the road out of Gaza. They had stopped a bus carrying Islamic activists who wanted to join the battle against Fatah, which was fucking Yasser Arafat's group, the Fatah, at Bizaret. And I said, if they want to burn each other, let them go, recalls Mr. Harari. Israel military thinking during the time, it figured it would be great if the Islamists and socialists were continuing to fight each other, since it would take away their focus on fighting Israel. According to Tharor, Israel jailed Yassin in 1984 on a 12-year sentence after the discovery of hidden arms caches, but was released a year later. Israel had Sheikh Yassin in custody for 3 years before the first Intifada started. Okay? If Israel would have kept him in custody for his whole sentence, perhaps Hamas would not have gotten to do the damage that it's done. According to the Interceptor, Brigade General Yitzhak Segev, who once was the Israeli military governor in Gaza in the early 80s, Segev told the New York Times reporter that he had helped finance the Palestinian Islamic movement as a counterweight to the secularists and leftists of the Palestinian Liberation Organization and the Fatwa Party that Yasser Arafat led, who he himself referred to Hamas as a creature of Israel. So there you go, folks, all right? And this is out of the Israeli Times. This is out of the Israeli Times. So anyway, apparently Trump is coming out, all right? I just wanted to highlight that this is why Netanyahu may be a little apprehensive about an inquiry into the October 7th attacks. So now we got Trump coming down the rotunda. All right, here we go. Here we go. There's speculation on Trump's health. He is aging very fast. He is 78. There was a massive bruise on his hand that everybody was taking notice of. Many folks that are within the community of the True Capitalist Radio Show and the Ghost Show have alluded to the fact that it looked like a bruise from constant IV injections. You know? Constant IV injections. More volume here. All right, how's that? He's aging pretty fast. He looks a little bit more awake today. He's been having trouble keeping his eyes open at the latest press conferences that I've been seeing him. His hair looks a little bit more gray. How's the volume? Is that better? Somebody is saying Biden 2.0. It kind of is. I'll be honest with you. I'm not too sure if Trump is in charge. We all know that Elon Musk is, the PayPal mafia is. At this point, Trump is just a figurehead telling the American people a version of the truth, in my opinion. He looks a little bit more fresh this evening. I mean, the past couple of press conferences that I've seen Trump, he looks out of it. He looks completely out of it. He looks a little bit more awake today. His eyes look a little more open. Age wine. Hey, quiet down, President Trump. I'm trying to... Shut up, age wine. I'm trying to feel his aura? You're trying to feel his aura? Give me a break. I'm trying to feel his aura. I'm sure you want to feel something else, you fucking weirdo. All right, he's charming the justices in hopes of ruling in his favor. when cases go up to them, obviously. Here are the new generals, the new heads of each military branch here. And what is this? Ghost made me do it. Now, Froppy, don't even kid around about that shit. All right, we don't condone what you just did there. All right, Trump, let's go ahead and move on with the speech. It's almost 8:20. And look at this. Now you got the Republicans acting like the fucking Democrats. It's like the shit the Democrats would do during Obama and Biden. Give me a break. All right, here we are. Let's turn it up a little bit more here. Moving a little gingerly, the president. All right, here he is. He's giving, I don't know what those things are that the president always gives the speaker and the vice president. I don't know if it's the speech or a program or some shit. I don't know. All right, we got a different tie Trump. It's not a blue tie. It's not a red tie, which is interesting. And here you got the Republican Party trying to show unity. And, of course, look at the Democrats. They're like, F you. All right, we get it. We get it. You love Trump. You'd suck a schlong. We get it. What color is that tie? People are saying it's like a wine red burgundy tie. Or a deep royal purple tie.
Thank you.
It sounds kind of like a half-ass, yay, it's very low energy. I mean, look at these smucks. They're not even enthused. I know, call order.
Thank you very much.
Fucking
Thank you very much.
Speaker, call order for fuck's sake.
It's a great honor. Thank you very much.
Finally.
Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, the First Lady of the United States.
Oh, my God. I mean, she used to be a beautiful woman. She's aging rather bad. She's aging like Sophia Loren, you know? Sophia Loren looked like a fucking hot piece, and then she hit about 50, and it was over. Not everybody can be Raquel Welch, I guess, yeah?
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
Really? Everything's going to raise in price in a few days, Trump. Come on, man. Give us something. Sell us. Sell the American people why we have to suffer. Sell us. Sell us why we have to fucking pay $13 a fucking dozen for eggs. Turn off the closed captions? All right.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country.
Low
We have
energy here.
accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years. And we are just getting started.
I'm not feeling anything. As a matter of fact, I'm paying more at the grocery store. Oh, and of course this fucking piece of shit has to be there. Can you go away, Musk? Oh my God.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before.
Yeah, not everybody's clapping on that one. Not even the Republicans can fool themselves. Hey, come on.
The American dream
Calm
is
down, Trump.
unstoppable, and our country is
Calm
on the
down.
verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again.
What the hell does that mean?
Never been anything like it.
What the hell does that mean? I know, you notice that not everybody's as enthused
here. The presidential
here.
election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades.
Ah, Jesus, come on.
We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory.
We get it. Can you please talk about the shit that's happening, Trump? What are they holding up? Look at the Democrats. They're holding up some kind of fucking, what is that shit? Very low energy
we won
tonight.
The popular vote
Very
by
low
big
energy.
numbers and won counties in our country.
Uh-oh. Oh, look, there's this Sasquatch mofo. This Sasquatch mofo over here. Come on, man. So easy a caveman can do it. So easy a caveman can do it. Give me a smoke.
Counties in our country, 2,700 to 525, on a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
It's already starting off to be a shit show.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record. 27
I know. Call the order.
The most
Call
ever.
some order, fucking Johnson, you idiot. Oh my God! Look at the fucking the border czar. He looks pretty old, man.
Likewise,
too many hours.
Small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Are they going to escort somebody out of the fucking... I think they're going to escort somebody out of the Congress.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Kick this fucker out. All right, Democrats, you need to show some decorum. Kick them the fuck out.
And the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to
Oh, shit, here we go. Here we go. Kick that fucking caveman out of there. Kick him out. I want to see this shit. Kick him out. We're watching history here.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Take your fucking seat, you idiot. You're going to get kicked out of here.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order.
Holy shit, here we go. Here we go.
Remove this gentleman from the
Remove this man. Remove this man. Remove this man. Get him out of here. Get out. All right, that was kind of funny. Get him out. Throw the cuffs on him. All right, use the nightstick if necessary. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. And, of course, this fucking caveman is from Texas. And wait a minute, Jatario said, sit down, Haywood. Sorry about the loud fucking fart.
In the House. Mr. President,
get this caveman out of here.
Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across.
That was a pathetic display by the
wonderful
Democrats,
land.
I'll be honest with you.
The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Julius Caesar has their daggers out, according to Devious Day. And trolling the interweb said Rodney King is at. Come on, man. I tell you, this is not winning any clout for the Democrats whatsoever.
In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation.
Dude, can you get to the description of why we're having to suffer? This is all platitudes to yourself. This is all platitudes to yourself. Can you please explain to us why exactly? Oh, look, that's what those are.
More impressive is
that's what those are.
Do you know who number 2 is? George Washington. How about that?
What?
How about that? I don't know about that list.
What?
But we'll take it.
Are you actually putting your knee on the neck of George Washington, Trump?
On our southern border.
Oh, my
God. And I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded.
Well, he can tout this. These are facts. He can tout that. That's legit. Although deportations are at the same level, if not lower, than Biden. So, Melania not standing.
They heard my words and they chose not to. Much easier.
Imagine being in a room with Matt Walsh and Elon Musk and
Joe Biden,
I'm not saying that,
the
Fruppy.
worst president in American history.
Oh, he's talking shit to Biden.
Hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings a month.
He just talked shit to Biden.
Virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums, were released into our country. Who would want
He's
to do
talking
that?
shit on Biden.
This is my 5th such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements.
These fucking Democrats are giving Trump this. They're handing Trump political capital here.
Sad.
I mean, the Democrats,
be this way.
they're fucking their shit up completely. This is ridiculous. I mean, if this is how you're going to represent yourself, Democrats, give me a break. You're not going to win shit. All right, Trump, you've given yourself enough platitudes. Let's talk about the problems.
Sitting before me, for just this one night,
why
not
Trump?
Join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
All right. Let's talk about why America's going to have to pay more for essentials, why we're going to have to pay more for cars, why we're going to have to pay more for electronics. Can you sell us that, please, Trump? Come on, man.
Every day my administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action.
All right.
Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid.
I don't know about the foreign aid, because I think that the Chinese are moving in with their Belt Road Initiative, and all of a sudden they're going to win the graces of the world, in my view.
I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord.
I agree with that.
Which was costing us trillions of dollars that other countries were not paying.
And Duke Orville said Democrats are taking the cue from Zelensky.
World Health Organization.
I agree with that as well, Trump.
And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council.
I agree with that too, Trump. So I'm not in disagreement with what's said here. I mean, all this is good for America.
We ended all of Biden's environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from
electronic vehicles are a joke. I will never own an electronic vehicle, ever. Ever.